what would you guys advise a private equity firm or a hedge fund who is buying a public company for the first time and walking into this and maybe not knowing some of the difficulties that might lie ahead?
I've actually advised recently a very well-established private equity firm that sold a business into a SPAC, and it was a disaster, and it has been a disaster. And the things that they did not appreciate about how you deal with the public market was mind-boggling to me. I thought they were joking, actually. Little things like, well, we didn't think we needed to enter into a lockup. We didn't think that mattered. We didn't think that just selling 5% of our stock would matter, literally. And you know, I just think it's a difference in culture. I think it's a difference in how you look at things. And you know, I think Mark was alluding to this earlier. I actually think the trend's going to go the other way. I think that now that so many companies came public through SPACs, and there was so much attention to the IPOs, I think you're going to see it the other way. I think you're going to see a lot of public to privates, and the immediate savings there, despite the higher cost of financing, I think will accrue to those better companies.
And I would agree with that. And I also think that the private equity firms, once they've done that SPAC merger, they can be kind of stuck, right? Because no matter what happens, they're going to get sued. And so you have to be super thoughtful if you actually wanted to try and take the business private again. And typically, it's best if you aren't the catalyst of that.
And your LPs don't want that.
Correct. Yeah, because they don't want it back, right? So, you know, that creates a whole other dynamic.
Right.
Look at, again, back to fundamentals. There are still a lot of undervalued public companies out there that are being burdened by the governance, the regulatory costs associated with being public. And, you know, the board nuances for sure, you know, public boards can fire the CEO, most private ones can't. And I've seen both, right? So billion-dollar AUM private groups with virtually no board. I've seen the craziest board situations on the planet, and some public companies really got it together and others just don't. I think you're going to see a mix on both ends, but I do agree that the SPACs have, there's been opportunity there, but short-lived for many of them, and I think a lot of companies are looking to get out of the public markets.